Hey everybody, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're talking about what's new and what to do all in Northwest Arkansas. What are you doing in Northwest Arkansas this week? So, let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you like and share this video with a friend or family, that would make a world of difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas, obviously. So liking and also trying to make sure that everyone can live, work, and play all in NWA. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. And the first thing we're covering is the outdoor section of things going on in Northwest Arkansas. So the first thing we need to kind of check out for an event section, if you're looking to go to this, is the NWA Naturals baseball team is playing the Christi Corpus Hooks. That is a mouthful. I mean Corpus Christi Hooks, yes. There's obviously a lot of baseball games that happen throughout NWA all the times, but this is gonna be a fun one. There's gonna be a lot of fireworks. It's gonna be a Star Wars night. There's all sorts of things going on in there. So if you are in the area or if you live in the area, definitely check out that event. It's gonna be a lot of fun, especially for kids, because who doesn't love fireworks? Who doesn't love Star Wars? Obviously. And the second event when it comes to outdoor section is Run Bentonville. It's actually a glow run at night. It's a 2-mile section run around downtown, right around Bentonville. So if you kind of get into the most unique runs, like sometimes they do color runs or they do other weird kind of runs, it's just basically a reason to get together to kind of exercise a little bit, meet community, hang out, and also at night it makes it kind of definitely fun, and it's definitely cool to see all the lights going everywhere. So if you want to get into like an easier run, 2 miles, not a 5K, definitely check out that run. And the third event that's happening outdoors, and it kind of dovetails a little bit of something that's happening in the fun section, but first Thursdays at Fayetteville is happening. We'll talk about that in a second. But at this first Thursdays, this is the second first Thursdays, but at this first Thursdays, which is the first Thursday of the month for Fayetteville, they're having a slow ride, a Star Wars theme slow ride. Now, back in March, they tried to have first Thursdays. It did get like rained out because of some weather. Now they're pushing that slow ride for like Star Wars themed over to this current one. So if you have Star Wars uniforms, anything Star Wars, you want to ride your bikes, huge obviously turnout when it comes to bike Star Wars themes in actual first Thursdays this upcoming near Thursday for Fayetteville. All right, so let's jump over to art, music, culture, and food. Let's talk about a couple events coming up here shortly. The first event we need to be aware of is Dandelion Heart, which is kind of like a banjo, sweet serenade kind of band. They're actually coming up to George's Majestic in downtown Fayetteville. So if that's kind of your music jam, music style, definitely check that out. Definitely easier going music. But if you want that kind of interesting kind of like I would consider South style music, definitely check out Dandelion Heart over in George's this upcoming week. And number two, a second event that's happening in the music culture section of NWA. This is a little different than Sweet and Serenade, but there's Grunge Fest happening over at JJ's Live and also Fayetteville. So if you're into Stone Temple Pilots or like Alice in Chains, the kind of grunge style music, definitely check out JJ's Lounge. They're not gonna be there. Obviously these are just tribute bands, but it is definitely like you dress it up, you do the things, you go for the tribute stuff, but it's literally polar opposites, and sometimes in Fayetteville where you'll have like Sweet Serenade banjo music, and then you'll have like Grunge Fest. So all in the same week, all in Fayetteville. So that's all going over in JJ's Live this upcoming week. And a third event for the music, art, culture section of events here. This probably should fall into a couple of categories, but I actually put it over here, is that over at Rendezvous Junction Brewery, or Rendezvous, whatever part of the world you're from, over at Rendezvous Junction Brewery, they're actually having a flip, flop, and hop event over there. You can kind of guess what it's about. Obviously, it's very summer themed, and the hops, obvious reasons, they're a brewery. But long story short, if you want to make community when you're here, you're kind of new to the area or you've been here for many years. Either way, if you want to make community and just kind of have a fun summer event, obviously dress up as a summer themed is well encouraged, of course. But definitely check out Flip Flop and Hop over at Rendezvous Junction Brewery over in Rogers. And let's jump over to the fun section, my favorite section. The first event you need to be aware of is First Thursdays in Fayetteville. So Bentonville has First Fridays, Fayetteville has First Thursdays. So just be aware of that. We'll talk about Bentonville here in a second. But with First Thursdays and First Fridays, they always theme out the events. And this one for First Thursdays for Fayetteville specifically is called Throwback Thursday. And you can imagine all the things that are gonna be happening when it comes to throwback stuff. I'm sure music, I'm sure merchandise, I'm sure shirts, dress up, the whole thing. Anything when it comes to throwback anything, definitely check out First Thursdays. Now, beyond the actual theme itself, it's always a really cool event to do First Thursdays. They always bring out vendors, really fun, cool things for kids to do. They completely block off the block, literally, and more than that, and bring out food vendors and just like things to do around the whole area. You can definitely spend a couple hours on there and just have a great time between the music and the cool shops and, you know, just meeting new people and obviously getting friends out there. So it is really a fun event just to do on First Thursdays. And the second event when it comes to the fun section is actually First Fridays over in Bentonville. So First Fridays, of course, is the Fayetteville's counterpart to First Thursdays. And on the theme for this First Friday is actually the art theme. So it's one of those things that every single month is themed with a different thing. Art, like an art walk, anything art when it comes to this First Fridays for Bentonville, art everywhere. So it's really cool to see sometimes the dichotomy of Bentonville and all of NWA, because this week is actually Bike Fest, all about bikes, all the cool things, outdoor stuff. And then next week after that is like Art Fest, basically for First Fridays. So obviously there's gonna be a lot of painting going on, a lot of obviously more artistic style things happening. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of more vendors out there that lean towards that. Again, like every First Friday, there's gonna be like it's just always fun because you'll have like goat yoga, and then you'll have like throwing axes, and then you have like this like kind of like shooting gun thing for kids, like little BB kind of things. So it's goes gangbusters over in First Fridays for Bentonville. So not only is it art, not only is it great for friends and family, and obviously for kids as well, but bringing everyone there and just having like a spectrum of things to do at First Fridays. It's one of those things like they literally close off so many blocks around Bentonville and bikes all bound. So long story short, if you are in the area, if you live here, definitely check out First Fridays. And the third fun thing happening in Northwest Arkansas for this week is actually Junk Ranch in Prairie Grove, Arkansas. So Junk Ranch is just a beloved event that happens every single year in Northwest Arkansas. If you love handmade goods, if you love any sort of antiquing, any sort of like older style stuff or like very custom stuff, Junk Ranch is the place to be. They only do it twice a year, once in the spring, once in the actual like fall time. But this week, Junk Ranch. And that's the interesting thing is like even people like from HGTV, from Fiction Fabulous will actually go there and like buy a bunch of stuff. And so Prairie Grove is definitely more known for those kind of things. Like it's that older style downtown, very cute historic section of NWA, and Junk Ranch just fits the mold for that whole area. So if you are in the area and you want that kind of historic kind of stuff or handmade stuff, definitely check out Junk Ranch. And let's jump over to the kids section of kind of cool events happening in Northwest Arkansas. And that is the 45th Mud Days happening in Lowell, not Lowell, Lowell. So over in Lowell, there's actually like a Mud Town Fest happening on June 2nd and 3rd. And we're talking like anything when it comes to fun kids in general, it will be there. Obviously mud, self-explanatory. We have parades, we have petting zoos, there's fireworks, there's races, there's live music, there's games, there's inflatables, anything when it comes to fun/mud. Lowell Mud Days, June 2nd, 3rd. It is going to be wild and a lot of fun. And the last event when it comes to kids is the brand new summer reading program over in Fayetteville Library. Now this is not your basic summer reading program. We're talking like they shut the block down. There's inflatables again. It's like a big party for summer reading. Fayetteville Library goes bonkers when it comes to summer reading. Like they have massive events, massive plans, all the cool things. Like they make reading cool again. We're making reading cool again. Anyways, if you are in town, if you live in the area, definitely check out Fayetteville Summer Reading Program. There is going to be a great event just to bring kids, obviously, and to hang out, meet new kids, meet new people. But on top of that, the Summer Reading Program is just wild and fun when it comes to Fayetteville. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments below, which events are you going to? Which events are you going to? Which ones did I miss? I know there's so many things going on here. I had to always condense them. It's just so hard. It's so hard sometimes. Anyways, I'll be at a couple of these events. Let me know if you see me there. Definitely stop and say hi. But let me know in the comments which ones you'll be going to, and I'll see you guys in the next one.